Hey, thanks for joining me today because we are going to be talking about what media options come with the leisure travel van. Well, the Unity FX anyway, because that's my particular coach. I have two televisions. It came with a Blu-ray player and an HDMI Matrix, as well as a Connect T wine guard. We're going to get into how you work it and what we did different to make, a little bit more about how we watch TV, listen to music, watch movies, those particular things. So anyway, I appreciate it if this is your first time on the channel. You may want to subscribe because we're always talking about leisure travel vans, gear, gadget, RV, and travel in general. So hit that subscribe button. Also, hey, give it a thumbs up. And you may hear the air conditioner just came on because I am running my air conditioner on my Lithionics batteries. That's right, I run my air conditioner off my batteries, and we're going to be getting into a video about how I do that, what all you need in order to be able to really live off grid in your best possible life, right? So make sure you hit subscribe and that little bell notification so you'll know when I release that video. Anyway, let's get into how we watch TV, movies, and listen to music in our leisure travel van. Here is the control station for all of the media options. So you can see some things that came standard. This is a Blu-ray player. It came with the leisure travel van. This is an Alexa with a clock. She just heard me, and so she'll probably talk to me in a second. This is an Apple TV. These two things I added. This is the HDMI Matrix. Allows you to run two separate things in the two TVs that came with the leisure travel van. For instance, it'll allow you to watch the Blu-ray player in the back TV and say the Apple TV on here, which I can. So Ted Lasso, if you haven't seen that, watch it. It's fantastic. So anyway, so let's start up right up here. So this is your wine guard system power. So this is the Wi-Fi. This is the HD TV. I actually added these two those two little things with a label maker because they're written right there, but you can't really see. So I'm going to turn the Wi-Fi off. I don't ever use this. I'll get into how this works in a second, but let's talk about HD TV. So many people ask, should I get the satellite option with leisure travel vans? And I personally didn't get it. It's expensive. We don't watch a lot of network television in the first place, so no. But this HD TV, this is going to allow you to get local channels if you're even close to civilization. So if you're staying, even outside of a city or a town, you're going to be able to get, say, ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, those type of things. So you can watch your sports channels and everything like that. So this is going to be free 99. So you don't need anything other than what's on your roof in your leisure travel van and have that button on. So how that works is you take your remote right here and you push in the input button, and then you just go straight up to, well, TV, just like that. So that's going to switch the TV over to that input. As it comes back on, run channel auto scan, so you hit menu and auto scan. Okay, you sure? Yes. Okay, so what it's doing, it is looking for channels, and we will come back to that here in a second. While we do that, I'm going to talk about this Wi-Fi and why we don't use it really. So the Wi-Fi is not, it doesn't produce internet, it boosts internet. So if you're at a campground, if you are near a Starbucks or a McDonald's and there is a Wi-Fi signal, a free signal that doesn't have a password, you can grab that, or the wine guard will grab that, hopefully boost it into your coach where you can get on that Wi-Fi, if you're at a McDonald's, a Starbucks, campground, rest area, wherever it may be that may have Wi-Fi. Again, that does not produce internet. It can. There is a SIM card that you can put inside that wine guard. However, I have not done that. I have a little bit better of a solution. I have not found this to be great. The only thing I love about the wine guard is that HD TV antenna. Works fantastic. Sometimes you can get up to like 20 channels, about 3 you'd actually watch. But anyway, yes, the HD TV is great. The Wi-Fi, the booster, never have I found it to be satisfactory, so I do not use it at all. And so, all right, my TV is still going, so let's look at that. All right, now as you can see, the TV found all of its channels. And how many channels did it find? Well, a bunch. I'm in the Dallas area, and so there is a ton. This is NBC with the Olympics on right now. Then there is, it's HD TV. So all of the, if the channels that you're getting actually have sub-channels, then they'll show up here. This Cozy TV, there's The Office. Now remember, this is all free over the air. No internet connection, no nothing. No cables, no nothing. So this is a great option, especially if you're somewhere with limited internet. So as you can see, there are just a ton of channels here. And if you're in a metropolitan area, you're going to get so many channels. You basically don't even need internet unless you're just really wanting to watch something in particular. So as you can see, I mean, I could just keep going, but the list just goes on and on and on and on. So that is HD TV in the leisure travel van, free, over the air. You don't need any internet. You don't need anything except the wine guard, and make sure that is turned on. Okay, so that's it for HD TV. So let's jump into, say, internet television. So we would just hit the source button on the remote and come down here to HDMI 1, and that's going to kick us back over through this matrix, and I'll get into that here in a second. And now we are watching Apple TV, internet television. So how we watch television is we don't, even at home, we subscribe to YouTube TV. And if you want to learn more about YouTube TV, it's expensive. I mean, it's like 70 bucks a month, but it's like real cable, but it's through the internet. Nothing, you know, you don't have AT&T or Comcast or whatever it is in your area. It is purely YouTube TV. Totally separate than YouTube. Don't get those two mixed up. YouTube TV. So with that, then of course with Apple TV, you can have HBO Max, you can have YouTube, you can have Netflix, of course Apple TV, and again, Ted Lasso, man, watch it, it's awesome. Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Peacock, HBO Max, Apple Music. I mean, the list goes on and on and on what you can watch. So it is, as long as you have internet, it is absolutely a perfect solution for all of your movie and TV watching. You can rent movies on Apple TV. You can, if you're a subscriber of HBO Max, Peacock, Disney Plus, Prime Video. Most people have Prime Video. It's free with a Prime membership. So anyway, that is how I watch TV on my Apple TV. Now then, let's get into how that's hooked up. So how this matrix works, so it's got two different outs. It's got out A and it's got out B. Right now they're set on the same because I have two separate televisions. I have this front one and then I've got one in the back. And so if I want to watch Apple TV on both, I would have it set to this, A1, B1. But say if I wanted to watch a movie on the Blu-ray player, which is a smart Blu-ray player, and I'll show you that in a second. It's a terrible interface. I would not suggest doing it. Just go get you an Apple TV, a Fire Stick, Chromecast, anything other than this. They're not expensive. I mean, these are a little more expensive, 150 bucks or something. But I think a Fire Stick is like 30 bucks. And so I would do that over the smart stuff in this any day of the week. But say I wanted to watch this on the back TV, I would just move that over to B2, and then I could watch that. It's all depending on what you got set up. So if you can see that, I'm not sure if that's showing up, but there are different HDMI plugs into this and then one out that goes to the TV. So that means you can plug in a Blu-ray player, you can plug in an Apple TV, you can plug in a PlayStation, all different things into this particular unit, and it will split those signals and up to 4 different HDMI devices, and you can watch them on different things. I hope that explained this. Super easy, super simple. Of course, you just got to make sure it's on as well, and it actually runs off of this right here. So you have to have your inverter on if you're on battery, or you have to be plugged into shore power. It is not 12 volt. None of this stuff is 12 volt. HD TV, that's 12 volt. So you can watch that just purely off of battery. So then, the Alexa you can listen to music on that, or you can listen to music on your Apple TV, which will come out of this JBL soundbar that came with mine. I think they're a little different in some of the different models. But if you use your Apple TV for music, of course you can use that. You can also get Amazon Music, you can get Pandora, you can get Spotify, everything on the Apple TV. They have the free apps. Of course, then you have to pay for the service if you don't pay for the service. I think Pandora is free, but and Spotify, actually all of them have a free music. You just have to listen to commercials. But anyway, so that is how we listen to music through that. Now then, you can also listen to music, and there's rocks. You can also listen to music if you just turn that on. If you want satellite, I have satellite XM, Sirius XM up there, so I could actually listen to that. Not through this speaker, it would be through those speakers. Okay, so if you did get the satellite option in your leisure travel van, you would have your roof satellites that would come out of here and into your TV, and then you would choose that option. However, again, it's like $1,800 option and it sits on your roof. It's not a great option. There are better $400 options on Amazon. I'll put a link to that in the description below. That actually is on a stand. You can move it around because you do have to have clear line of sight in order to get that satellite signal. So if your coach is parked under a tree in the summer, that's optimal. Then you're not going to be able to get a satellite signal, and you need to move that satellite around. Well, if it's attached to your coach, you don't want to move your coach, then that's not a great thing. So get a portable satellite, and you can plug it into the wet bay. There's an outlet there that comes up, and then it's right here, external satellite. You just come out with a coax cable and down to your TV. So that is easy as that. Like I said, we don't watch enough in order to go through all of that trouble. Either the HD TV or the Apple TV gives us enough options in order to keep ourselves occupied. Hopefully we're not sitting in the coach, watching TV, except for, maybe as you're winding down, because you need to be out riding bikes or hiking or exploring, all of that good stuff. It's a great system. It works perfect. The JBL soundbar sounds fantastic, especially in the small coach. So watching a movie, it sounds like it's surround sound. It sounds fantastic. The bass is good, so I'm completely happy with that. No need to do any outside modification for that. The only thing we added, Apple TV and an Alexa. All right, if you were just curious about the media possibilities on Leisure Travel Van, you're shopping around, seeing which RV you're going to get, or if you're an LTV owner that just never understood that stuff, I hope this was helpful. Now then, I can't stress enough, get an Apple TV, a Roku, a Fire Stick, a Google Chromecast, something other than that Blu-ray smart portion of that Blu-ray, because it is terrible. You won't be happy with it. So just go ahead and spring for it. I suggest the Apple TV, especially if you have an iPhone, if you have an iPad. If you're an Apple person, you're going to want the Apple TV. Of course, it's a little more expensive, but it does a whole lot more than a Roku or a Chromecast or a Fire Stick, okay? So you can't go wrong with an Apple TV. So then, now again, if this is your first time on the channel, please hit that subscribe button, or if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. We're always talking about leisure travel vans, RV, and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, I really appreciate you. Hit that thumbs up button, and we will see you next time.